Oh, what's the matter, dear? You don't like the blindfold I chose for you? How ungrateful. To think I spent all of that time finding the one that was the softest, too. I guess you just don't appreciate things like that, do you? Tisk, tisk. That's alright. You'll learn to give thanks for the little things soon enough. Well, have I piqued your interest? How wonderful. You see, I wanted to try something a little different from what we usually do. I had been thinking about the best way to do it for weeks, and I thought perhaps it would work best if I set up this little session. Maybe some sort of session to teach you a lesson? The lesson, of course, is to teach you the incredible science of the human brain. Laughing isn't wise considering you're blind and bound. Simply put, sensory deprivation is something I've always been interested in from an intimate standpoint, but outside of that, I found it absolutely fascinating. I've researched for hours, finding articles stating that losing one sense can elevate another, and I immediately wanted to test that theory. Oh, sweetie, that's where you come in. With no vision and limited range of touch, I'm curious to see how drastic your other senses will be. Predominantly your hearing. Your ears have always been a sensitive place, so I'm excited to see if my hypothesis is correct. You just keep your pretty head looking forward, understand? Wonderful. These sorts of experiments always work best when you aren't too tense, you know. So, try and stay calm for me, sweetheart. Since you're unable to see, I'll go ahead and let you know that before me is a bunch of tools commonly used for ASMR, from voluminous brushes to fluffy picks. We're going to be trying each and every one of them on you. All you have to do is feel and keep track of your senses. By the end of this, I'll see once and for all if the hypothesized sense elevation is true. The end, however, is a while away. So, without further ado, I'd like to begin with something mild. I'd hate to scare you right away. is just the cutest. I know you're sensitive, but seeing you squirm under the touch of the most simple of tools brings its own source of satisfaction. Come now, though. Quickly testing each thing won't do. I'd like to make sure I have enough data collected for each item, so try your best to stand still, okay? Just like that. I know it must be hard. I'd researched a bunch, and almost every article or blog post talked about how intense ASMR can get. Shooting pleasant bolts of electricity down your neck and spine. That's what you're feeling now, isn't it? My poor darling. Don't worry. I think all this will take is a little acclimation on your part. I think that provided enough of a test for that tool. It looks like it did quite the number on you, though. Would you maybe like for me to try something more soothing? Of course, I brought a variety of different tools. This next one is seen as much more traditionally relaxing, so it shouldn't be too intense for you. After all, you usually love when I brush your hair, isn't that right? Exactly. Now, lean your head back just a little bit for me. Very good. You've always been so diligent when listening to me. Such a good listener. No need to feel stressed or nervous. You know you're always in good hands when you're with me, right? That's right. No matter how bound you are, you know you can always trust me to take care of you. I'll be sure to get any knots cleared from this beautiful hair of yours. Just slowly gathering bit by bit and brushing through. This particular brush, too, is made very well. It makes a wonderful sound against my nails. A hypnotic, sturdy rhythm that tickles the brain just right. Even from here, I can recognize the appeal. But with it being so close to you, I think its effects are even more potent. Am I right? Just as I thought. You seem to straighten your back during particularly strong triggers from what I've observed. Not only is it absolutely adorable, but it really helps me identify what feels particularly strong to you. Like I was saying, ASMR can be very intense to many, but it varies from person to person. Triggers can be personal, and you may be more inclined to enjoy one over the other. Like these little fluffy ear picks. They use tiny feathers to make them incredibly soft, and supposedly make a rather satisfying sound. Go ahead and look forward for me again. The trick is to move delicately and slowly from what I've read. Gently smooth over each and every curve of the ear and dip into the deeper parts. Almost akin to feather dusting a small trinket. Making sure that all of its ridges and curves are free from debris. I was surprised to see a reaction to these. They are a commonly enjoyed trigger that can vary in intensity, but you seem to enjoy it quite a bit. Did you feel a tingle through your ears and neck? Was it so intense that it reached your back? I should be writing these findings down. We'll start from the beginning. Let me know how intense each trigger was, in as much detail as you can. Okay. Interesting. Good. Alright. And now I have it. Essentially a full panel of information. I'll have to give it a good look through later, but for now, how's nice as you look like this? My little experiment is over. There we are. How are you feeling? Would you like to rest for a while? Of course. My lap is one of the best places you can be. See, now that wasn't so bad, was it? I think I found out everything I wanted to know, and you got to try something new. I'm proud of you for making it through such rigorous testing, though I can tell you're very tired. It was that intense, huh? That's alright. Get nice and comfortable. I'll take good care of you.